So, very good afternoon to one and all. Respected resource person for this afternoon session, uh, Mr. Mukund Kulkarni, sir, one of the person who has associated from a long term to this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. Mr. Mukund Kulkarni, sir, who is Director in Expert Global Solution, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, also has contributed a lot in NEP 2020, also in various positions to our university as well. So, when it comes to the contribution of the corporate sector, industrial sector towards the academics, our university has always sought an helping hand towards him. So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome Honorable Mr. Mukund Kulkarni, sir, Director Expert Global Solution, to this NEP Orientation and Sensitization course. And I would now hand over the session to him. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Rafi sir, and good afternoon, everybody. What we will do today is we will divide session into two parts. Something like from now till 3:30 approximately. We will cover one part, that is that we will talk about how market looks at it. And then we will take like 10 minutes break. And after that, we will talk about how educational institute should prepare to meet the market expectations. So that is how we will go ahead. My request to all of you is, whenever you have a question, you put your question into the chat box. What we will do at end of first session, I will answer the initial questions, and after that, when second session start, we'll respond on the second session questions. But my request to you is, whenever you have question in mind, just post it in the chat box. My second request to all of you is please keep your videos off, because that diverts the attention of participants. When you want to ask question answer, if it is session is open, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, my request to you is please switch off your videos so that it doesn't distract me as well as the participants. Give me a couple of minutes. I will just put the presentation on so that we can start. Can anyone give me confirmation that the slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just we will check whether it rolls down properly or not. Is it visible?
Yeah, now it is full screen, sir.
Okay. Slides are moving?
Yes, slides are moving.
Perfect. Okay. So let us start with the formal session, friends. We will be talking on fundamentals of skill development, particularly in view of new education policy. And for me, new education policy is very simple, that it gives you freedom to work in the way that what student wants and what market wants. So that is a one-line definition for me, as person from industry, as a representative of industry. What I feel, just give me a second. There is one important call I will attend and will come back. Just give me a second. हा, मी एका कॉलमध्ये आहे, एक तासभर ते झालं की फोन करतो. हा हा, करतो 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 करतो. बिलकुल बिलकुल, येस. ओके ओके. Sorry, I'm back. So, this new education policy is quite simple, and what we should do is see that what market wants and meet that requirement, and that is the way in which we should look at. So, this is the simple definition with which we will go. In today's presentation, what I am focusing on, what is market, what market demands into the first session, and how to meet the expectation of market, we will deal it in second session. So that's the way in which we will concentrate today. Well, quick introduction. I am an entrepreneur. I know that I am talking to educational leaders. What I am aiming at from you is to share how industry looks at skill development. There is a way in which industry looks at, and there is a way in which education looks at industry. So when we look at skill development, whatever I have covered today is the expectation of industry as regards to skill development. And what I expect from you is, after going through this program, it will help you to establish framework to provide holistic view on skill development to your students. In industry, what we have understood is student generally understand skill development means doing couple of courses, whereas it is not the case. Technology keeps on changing. So every 1 year you will have to go through one course or other. Hence, what is important is the holistic way of looking at it, and that we will be covering today. See, every student, what he or she says that I want to be a professional, I wish to prove myself, and I wish to earn for myself, is a very common expectation of any student, and they try to thrive for it. May I request 77 Dr. Ramdas Kaude to switch off the video? Your camera is on. Please switch off. It looks that you are driving your vehicle, so you can switch off. First, let us go through what are the opportunities in the market. When student moves from institute to market, these seven very broad category of opportunities are available in the market. We are in multiple fields. We have engineering students, we have pharma students, we have commerce graduates, we have science graduates, we have arts graduates, and so many. But in general, market has these seven opportunities available. The seven opportunities are: research activity goes on. It can be research for some chemical composition, or it can be a market research to identify what is new into market. Then second prominent activity is product development and manufacturing. People want new vehicle. People want these vehicles should be manufactured and should be available into the market. People want air conditions to be designed and that should be available in market. People want medical devices to be designed and manufactured and available into the market. So product development and manufacturing is another area. Then product-driven services is one more area. When I say product-driven services, means a product is very prominent and it calls for a lot of services. That means, let us take example of automotive. You can understand it very easily. It's servicing of automotive is a product-driven service. Or if you take the water filter at home, it's a product driven service. Every 3 months, somebody will have to attend, change the internal sales, change the filters. So these are product driven services. So that is a prominent market. Then daily needs and support services. Let us take as simple as grocery shop. These are daily need support and services. These are activities available in the market. Right from a shop on the corner, which is run by owner, to a supermarket, which meets daily needs of people. Then commercial services. There are so many commercial services available into the market. I will take simple example of courier service is a commercial service available in the market. Just look at FedEx or look at Blue Dart and you will understand what is the profile of commercial services activities into the market. Then there are administrative services. I need not explain a lot. Typically, government job falls under this category. And the last one is knowledge-driven service. Be it educational institute is a knowledge-driven service. Be it lawyers, it's knowledge-driven service. Be it doctor, it's knowledge-driven service. And when I say doctor, does not mean all people in medical field are doctors. You need nursing staff, you need administrative staff, you need sales and marketing person. So hospital is an organization by itself. And so many people can have opportunities over there. And that is how when my professors look at market, they should look at this and tell your students that these varieties of opportunities are available for you into the market. Look at it carefully. Is the point that I want to drive, that these are the opportunities in the market. Let us ask question, who provides these opportunities? There are 8 typical agencies, those who provide opportunities into the market. Who are they? There are government organizations, there are government undertaking, there are multinational companies, there are large corporates, there are medium enterprises, there are small organizations, there are micro units, and there is a self-employment. So all these 8 agencies provide you opportunity into the market. Normally what happens, people look at government because of whatever advantages the job has, and people look at multinational because whatever advantages multinational offer. So, but try and understand, there are medium-sized organizations, there are small organizations, there are micro organizations, and there are self-employments. You can be alone, you can have your own company, a single person company, and you can work. It's a self-employment. There are a number of activities which are available to you as a self-employed. Take a consultant. Consultant is a self-employed person. Consultant can be as small activities as you earn 500 rupees per hour, or it can be as comprehensive activity as that you earn 5,000 rupees hour or 10,000 rupees per hour. So that is typically the self-employed. So these are opportunity providers into the market. Now we are at a very important point. To give clarity to my students that when you enter into the market, the question is, what are roles available for me? Yes, I can enter into market as an entrepreneur. I start my business. Or I enter into market as an employee. Somebody gives me job and I do that job. And third, I enter into market as self-employed. I am a one-man company. I do my activities and I do my things. I am one person and I solely represent, say, anti-rust coating for industrial application. So I don't need people. I am just supposed to market myself There are 200 customers in entire region, and I alone catch my catchment. I can manage alone, and that's the self-employment which I will create for myself. So there are three roles, as I said: come as entrepreneur, come as owner, come as employee, and come as self-employed. That you are not creating an employment, but you are creating work and employment and earning for yourself. Then let us drill down. These are three broader roles, but what are operational roles? There are 8 operational roles available into the market. Now you will ask me question that why I am drilling down this much? That these are 7 varieties of opportunities into market. There are 8 opportunity providers into the market. There are 3 main roles and there are 8 sub roles. Why this? Why I am telling you? Because many a times we know that our students are not clear about what is market, what are opportunities there, and what I am supposed to do. All engineering people, they know that they will go to computer science and now they will do AI and then they will do deep learning and they will into that area. Those who are into pharmacy and medical side, they know that only hospital and pharma system is available for me. And rest of the people say, I will take any job, otherwise government job, administrative job is most important for me. Let me work over there. But we do not go into details of that. And nobody tells them about these kinds of way of looking at it. If you want to know what are business opportunities available, go to your main market in your respective city and town and just look left and right, and whatever shops are available, whatever products are available, somebody is going to produce that, somebody is going to do logistics of that, somebody is going to be dealer, somebody is going to be distributor, somebody is going to be stockist, somebody is going to sell it, somebody is going to maintain it. So these are the opportunities which are available into the market. We need to look at it. And professor is a leader. You are leader. You stand in front of your followers every day and for 45 minutes or 1 hour, whatever you have an ability to influence. Say like 1,500 people work in my organization, but my interface with them is just weekly meeting. I don't meet them daily. So you have better opportunity to influence your follower than what I have, provided you accept that I am not just a teacher, I am a leader. And when you assume that role, then all these things starts moving. Then all those inputs starts moving. Coming back to the operational role, there are 8 major operational roles available. One is entrepreneur, you are owner. Second is you are leader or manager or administrator. You are driving a team. The third is coordinator. You are not a leader, you are not taking decision, but you are compiling information on behalf of your leader and give feedback to your leader. That means you are a kind of project management office to your leader. Then you are executor. Executor means you are a doer. You have hands-on skill and you perform your work. Then you are a supporting member or assistant. You don't have enough skill, but you help your senior in getting the work done. And then you are innovator. It's a core technologist. You work alone, but you invent something, you create something, you design something, you develop something. Then another role is a problem solver. Whenever there are challenges at work, you solve the problem. And last role, you are either mentor or trainer or consultant. So these are the roles available for you, and you need to understand what is my interest, what is there in this role, and where I fit myself. That you will have to check and you will have to move forward. I will run through with one small example. I run a company of automotive component manufacturing. I have 80 people in my company, so I am an entrepreneur. There is somebody who is general manager of factory who is leader. There is something who is manager of machine shop who manages, administer 20 people. There is somebody who is logistics coordinator who ensures that the material is available on time and dispatches are done on time. There is somebody who is executor who works on my machine and produce the part. There is somebody who is assistant who cannot work on the machine, but the person who provides tooling, equipment, coolant, then loading and unloading part. So that is assistant job. There is somebody who is innovator, core technologist who develop new manufacturing process for the components which I develop. There is somebody who is problem solver. Whenever machine is not working properly, the maintenance guy come and solve my problem. And there is somebody who is either mentor, trainer, or a consultant. I don't know how to meet the legal requirements. So meet the requirement, I have a legal consultants. These are the roles which are available in the industry. I have just explained you a small organization of 80 people, how all 8 roles are performed in that company. And these are the opportunities based on your qualification, based on your capabilities, based on your skill, based on your interest. So these are the opportunities which are available into the market. These are the detailed roles which are available into the market. Then categorization and levels of role. Okay. See, the categorization of work in the field is done on 3 different things. One is nature of work. There are 3 types of work which are available into the market. There is something which is called as transaction. What is transaction? That Zomato person takes food from hotel and delivers to home is a transaction. Then there is something which is called as value added work. Value added work means the chef in that hotel convert raw material into a nice dish is a value added activity. Somebody does it with skill, then that hotel is popular. If somebody does not do it, the hotel is not popular. It's a value added activity, nature of work. And third is creative. That means there is some chef in the hotel who creates newer and newer dishes. Then he is a creative work or is a person or she is a creative person. May I request Sujata madam to switch off the video because it distracts. Thank you. Sujata Devre madam, please switch off your video. Thank you. Thank you. Then there are certain jobs where risk is involved and the categorization is done on the risk involved basis. There is something which is low risk activity. So let us take an activity that I am handling material in my production shop and loading that on trolley, unloading it from trolley, loading it into the racks and putting it into the box. If it is metal, then it is low risk activity. Let us go to material handling, but let us go to something which is like crockery. I am handling crockery and it is fragile. So if I do not handle properly, it will break and there is a loss. So it's a medium risk activity. Activity is still material handling. And imagine that I am working in ordnance factory where bombshells are manufactured and I am supposed to handle bombshells. If I do not handle my bombshell correctly, it's a very high risk activity. So every place you are doing material handling, but the risk changes. So that is how the activity gets divided. Let us go to next activity division. It's based on driving force. You are doing some activity which is effort driven. So let us same example. If I am putting metal load up and down, then it's a effort driven because I am supposed to lift the weight. Then something is skill driven. If I am handling crockery, it is difficult than handling my metal because it will break. So I should have certain skills. And if I am supposed to handle the bombshell, it calls for knowledge. It is not that easy. So it's a knowledge driven activity. So these are the categories in which the activities are divided. Why this division? Because you need to choose some kind of work, and we need to tell students your earning is decided based on what kind of activities that you choose. If you choose transaction, your earning is less. If you go for creative activity, your earning is excellent. If you go for low risk activity, you are not paid. If you do the high risk activity, you are paid. If you just do effort driven activity, you are not paid much. Skill driven is paid much more, and the knowledge driven activity paid further more. So we need to tell that this is how you will earn. So you need to choose. You need to choose. See, one example, very practical example, bit extreme example, which I will give, that someone of my team member came to me and told me, sir, I am working in this organization from last 22 years and you have not made me general manager. So I stretched, far-fetched the subject and I told him that our security of our company is working since 23 years in this company. Do you feel that I should make that security a general manager of the company? The answer is no, because it is directly proportional to what kind of skill driven activities you are doing, what kind of knowledge driven activities you are doing, what kind of creativity you are generating, what kind of risks you are taking, and you are paid accordingly. You are rewarded accordingly. So that is an important part which you will have to keep it in mind when you are working, and we need to guide students that these kinds of varieties are available into the market and you will have to pick and choose what you can do. When you work into the market, this is really the test. See, students are selected based on their personality, based on their ability to communicate, which we will talk later on. But when somebody joins, we should know that there are some quantitative measurement parameters on which people are assessed. And then their growth and their reward is dependent on these 6 things: quality of work, cost of doing the work, delivery capabilities, response time, efficiency at work, and profitability. I will take again a simple example and explain. Like same, I am automotive component manufacturer. I have 80 people in my company and I produce machined components for automotive. And let us see how these 6 parameters are applicable. There are 2 teams working. Both teams produce 100 jobs. One team rejects 3 jobs. One team rejects 1 job. That means quality of one team is better than quality of another team. That is how it is assessed. Number 1. Number 2, if you see machining cost, if you see machining cycle, if you see manpower cycle, on my one CNC machine, the 1 hour running cost comes out to be 700 rupees. And on another CNC machine, the operating cost, running cost comes out to be 760 rupees. That means one machine is more efficient than another machine. Delivery. There are two truck drivers I am sending material from here to Bangalore for my customer to manufacture rickshaw. One reaches consistently between 22 hours plus minus 2 hours. Another reaches 24 hours plus minus 2 hours. One is efficient for delivery. Another is not efficient for delivery. Next is response time. If I call my manager and if he does not pick my call, there are two managers I have. One manager, after not picking the phone, immediately sends WhatsApp to me that, sir, I am busy in so and so meeting. I will call you after 30 minutes. The another person does not respond and I keep calling him. And after half an hour, he says, sir, I was busy in that meeting. So one person is efficient on response time and another person is not. Third is efficiency. One team produces 100 jobs with 4 workers. Same machine, same process. Another team produces 100 jobs with 5 workers. One team is efficient than another team. And last, if somebody produces job, say I sell my job for 100 rupees, the cost of good manufacture on one machine is 86 rupees. On another machine, it is 89 rupees. So profitability, gross profit on one machine is 14 rupees and another machine is 11 rupees. So profitability of one machine process people team is better than profitability of another team. And that is how individual and teams are assessed into the market. Definitely the private market. Government has its own way of assessing, but if you go to private, if you go to corporate, these are the parameters, quantitative parameters on which you are assessed. Which are those qualitative parameters on which people are assessed? So one is customer satisfaction. I am I am home decorator and I send some workmen and I get call from my customer telling that, don't send this person. That is too lousy. He creates so many problems at home. I don't want that person in my home. Send somebody else. Or send PQR or send XYZ. That means somebody is managing customer satisfaction better than some another person. I will give you a very simple example of men's parlor. When we go to men's parlor, we say that my haircut should be done by this person and not that person. I don't sit in front of anybody else. I sit where I am comfortable. So that's the customer satisfaction. Creativity. When somebody, I go to a mechanic and I say, no. I want my vehicle should be attended by this mechanic. The workshop owner says, sir, kyun? Why I should give that? I tell you, I don't tell problems to that person, but he creatively finds out different problem and rectify himself. And that is why I want this person to attend my vehicle, because he is creative. He finds problems at his own. Then third is system. Somebody works with the system and somebody does not work with the system. Okay, I will give simple example. There are 2 drivers in my office. If I send somebody to buy something, some miscellaneous item to market, I will give him money, he will bring the item, keep it, and he will give remaining money to me. Both are very loyal people, not a problem. But another person will give material, give remaining money, and will give me cheat that how many items he has purchased and what is the cost and what is the total amount and what is the remaining amount. One driver follows system, another driver does not follow system. Both are loyal people. But when it comes to mission critical, when it comes to difficult job, I select the driver who has given me the cheat of work, which he has done. And then I select him. So that is why over a period of time, That driver became storekeeper in my company, and the another fellow remained driver. So that is how the systematic way of working comes. And the last one is synergy. Okay, what is synergy? I will give simple example. On some activities, 4 people have to be assigned. So I select 4 people and tell you work together. And I tell Mr. Prabhakar, you lead. Then he says, oh, these are 4 people? No, 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 no. I don't want Mukund in my team. He is very nagging person. He keeps fighting with other people. I don't want him into the team. But instead of that, can you give me Sujay into my team? I don't want Mukund. So Mukund does not have synergy and Sujay has synergy, team working. So that is how people are assessed in a qualitative way. So these are parameters which are measured, and these are the parameters which are felt. This is feeling of people, and this is measurement in the companies. So that is how people are assessed. It is our job to tell our students that, friends, this is how you are measured. I have given you example of driver, how to measure. I have given you example of how it is measured for workers. So definitely, irrespective of role, we can tell what is to be done. Now, very important slide. My request to participant to concentrate on this, because there are so many psychological aspects linked with this slide. See, this is a pyramid. This is called as work distribution hierarchy. Okay, let us see what it controls. It's a work distribution. There are 30, if there are 100 jobs in any company, 35% jobs calls for low skill, low risk. 20%, 5% job needs slightly average, average skill, average risk. 15% job, medium skill, medium risk. 10% job with high skill, high risk, and 5% job calls for very high skill and very high risk is involved. That's the pyramid in every company. So, what happens, I will tell you, when it comes to reward. The top 5% people are paid 35 rupees. The next 10% people are paid 25 rupees. Then medium people are say paid 15 rupees. Then 25% people are paid 10 rupees. And 35% people are paid 5 rupees. I am giving simple example. That means lower the risk, lower the skill, you are paid lower. And higher the skill and higher the risk, you are paid more. But at higher risk, very less quantity of people are required, and precisely here ability of person comes into the picture. You need to assess your student need to assess themselves and judge where I am fitting, and I will have to look for that kind of role into the company. Number one. Number two, which I want to explain you, if there are 100 companies in India, 5 companies are doing very high skill, high risk job, and 35% companies in India are doing very low skill and low risk job. So this is available for company. This is applicable for companies, and this is applicable for jobs which are being performed in the company. So keep that in mind. So everybody will not be part of top 5%. So you will have to check yourself where I am fitting. As a college, you will have to understand what is my ecosystem, so that, and where my students will go. You will have to assess. Imagine, with due respect to every educational institute, this pyramid is applicable for IIT Bombay, IIT Powai. They will say, my all people will go into first 3 layers, very high, high and medium risk job. And that's all, because I filter students and I take into my institute. If I come to some engineering college in tier 3 city, maybe tier 3 city like Nanded, or tier 3 city like Raipur, something like that. They will say, oh, okay, maybe our 2% student will go for high and remaining 98% people will be medium, average and low. So you will have to assess where your institute is, where your students are, and then work on pushing them, and over a period of time work to improve your performance, move up the pyramid. That kind of activities you will have to perform. Otherwise, IITs will remain IITs and local colleges will remain local colleges. Uh, but many times what happened, we do not assess where are we, and then there is a problem. If I am producing mm, like operational job people, when I know that my 80% student are from that kind of level where they can be only officer, junior officer or officer in bank, if I am clear, I will invite banks accordingly. I will involve LIC, life insurance companies accordingly. I will involve general insurance companies accordingly. So if you know your status, what kind of students you are producing, you will call people accordingly. IITs and VITs, NITs say that this is our profile and only we will call these kinds of companies, because they have taken that kind of efforts, A, to filter the people while take students while taking in, and B, while grooming them. So that is how the pyramid is very important. When I said I expect you, educational leader, to assess your organization and establish framework. So this is one of the important part. You should have assessment telling that where my institution lies. Very important question. Does skill development mean couple of technical courses, vocational courses, or soft skill courses? No, it's not. When we say skill, what is the fundamental knowledge of student? What is the subject matter knowledge of the student? What is tool technique knowledge of a student, and what is software skill, soft skill of that student? I will take example. You are from commerce college and you are having, say, MCom course. When I say fundamentals, how your student understand various financial concepts is a fundamental knowledge. If um, if your student is mastering himself or herself in managing accounts of company, then knowledge about profit and loss account and balance sheet and legal requirement is important. That is called as subject matter knowledge. Tools and technique. If your company is going to use Tally, then knowledge about that software, it's a tool and technique. Or if your company is going to use SAP, then knowledge about SAP becomes tools and technique. And soft skill is, as a finance department or as accounting department, how you are communicating with purchase, how you are communicating with sales, how you are communicating with manufacturing, how you are communicating with management, how you are communicating with your vendors, how you are communicating with your customer becomes important point, and that becomes soft skill. And when I say I am training my students, then we should tell them that look at fundamental, look at subject matter, look at tools technique, and look at software. We look at soft skills. So that is how we should look at as a holistic skill development. Now we will we will take this point and then take a break. What is required to achieve the performance? Now, till now, we have told that, yeah, market is like this, opportunities are like that. roles are like this, performance measurement is done like that, and what all is required. So, but how to fulfill it? What should be done in my educational institute? Let us look at those 7 parts. Am I teaching technical aspects, technology related with our job? Don't stretch this subject. This will not be applicable for history, but definitely this is applicable for commerce, for taxation, for finance. How subject matter, core subject knowledge is given to people? Are you giving knowledge about tools and techniques to people? Are you developing people skill? That means interaction with people, interpersonal skills. How personal and behavioral skill of the people are developed? How commercial and legal knowledge is being imparted? And how you are developing your student in learning, unlearning, and relearning process. That means students should aspire to learn something new now and then. I'll tell you, it's very old story. In 2002, me, and at that time I was doing job. I was in automotive company, and I went along with my chief of design to IIT Powai for Tech Fest. And Mercedes Benz chief of design was there. And while while having tea together, I asked him question, sir, why you take only IIT students? He said, in 4 years of education, they have 6 years of knowledge. I said, means what? I said, right from second year onwards, they deal with different projects which are very practical in nature, which are problems of the field, and they solve it from second year onwards. So in 3 years, they generate knowledge of 2 years of industry. So 4 years of education, and within last 3 years, they generate 2 years industry knowledge. So I call it them as 6 years experience people, and we take them. So that's kind of slogging is done by students, and that is how they catch the market. And when they do all these things, these 7 characteristics are followed. They try and learn. If they mistake, they say, oh, I have learned it wrong, do it differently, and they go forward. So that is how the the basic learning process, this is what market wants. Now we will see in the next session is how educational institute to fulfill some of this. Everything cannot be done. I know everything cannot be done. But how to fulfill some of these things that we will see. Prior to that, I will go through chat box. If there are any questions, I will take. Okay, give me a couple of minutes. I am just running through. No, I have seen that there is only presentee which is given in chat box, and one gentleman appreciated the way in which presentation is being done. Contents are appreciated. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can probably the program coordinator can unmute, and if you want to ask question, you can go ahead. Because I have kept 10 minutes reserved for that. Okay, I can see one question.
So participants, if you have any question, you can unmute themselves. I will already permit permission or unmute.
Okay, there is a good question which I will answer. Mm, how you justify salary of IITs and IIMs? Sir, I had similar question. I had same doubt as entrepreneur of small medium company. I had similar doubt. Luckily, my son did IIT from Delhi, and his very close friend got job of 1.5 crore yearly package. So I asked him question that, and this fellow got 3 years contract. He couldn't, he was not supposed to leave the job. That means company will give him 4.5 crore in different form. Let us assume that there is an incentive attached to it. There is a performance based incentive, but definitely the fellow is paid 3 crore rupees in 3 years. I asked my son that how do you justify him? You know him from close. He said, Daddy, if this person cracks three challenges of by the way, the student got selected in mobile company. If he cracks down three problems of existing algorithm, which he is capable of, the profit to the company will not be less than 6 to 10 crore rupees. And he has that intelligence. So such people create the effect which is multifold in proportion to what they are paid. Their solutions, their strategies, their actions give something like 3 times of earning to the company in proportion to their salary. That is their personal capabilities. Okay. And that is why I have no hesitation to tell that boy got 1.5 crore and my son got 16 lakh rupees package. So my son was capable of 16 and he was capable of 1.5 crore because he was solving the algorithm problem and my son was dealing with project management. So same college, same class, very close friends to each other, but that's the contribution difference. Any other question, please? Okay, good question. I think, see, I'll tell you, um, arts, commerce, and science student or educational institute, I think we are shying away from industry. If you take HR function, industry do not want engineers in HR function. You will have to put your art students in front, commerce students in front for HR function, for finance function. For sales, other activities, coordination, logistics, you don't need engineers. But we are not training, grooming our students to deal with logistics. A commerce person can deal with logistics. My arts person can be part of HR activity. So probably we need to ask question, are we trying? I will give another example. In small organization, there is a heat treatment shop and engineers do not like to work in heat treatment shop. So that company made a tie-up with some college and they started taking BSc chemistry student in their heat treatment shop. And these BSc chemistry people started doing wonders. So we need to sell our student, we need to sell our capabilities like that. And that is how you will get job for arts, commerce, science faculty. And in NEP, you need to take that initiative because you are allowed to take those initiatives. So you can work in that manner. Any other question? Okay, so this is 3:25. What we will do is we will take 15 minutes of nature break. At 3:40 sharp, we will assemble and start our next session. Thank you. Good afternoon. I am back. Somebody will have to respond me. Is presentation visible? Is presentation slide visible? Okay. Just I am moving it up and down. Please confirm that the slides are moving. Someone can write yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Maybe in a minute we will take a run through that what we have studied. What are opportunities available in the market? Who gives those opportunities? What are very basic roles? What are different operational roles which students should aim at? What are different levels of these roles? That means based on risk, based on nature of work, based on driving force. Then what are quantitative parameters seen when people are at work? What are qualitative parameters which are seen? And what is typically work distribution hierarchy within one company and work distribution hierarchy between, say, in Indian market or in Maharashtra market or whatever. You see, this is a kind of normal distribution. A worldwide similar is the trend. And when we say skill development, it is not just some vocational course, some technical course. It is fundamental plus subject matter plus tools and techniques plus soft skills. And to impart those, we need to go through these 7 different qualities. We will have to get ourselves skilled through these 7 things. Now, what all we have seen is what market has and what market wants. Now, let us look at what educational institute should do. What should be done within your institute, within your college, so that you move towards this skill development drive within your organization, within your institute, within your college for students. Slightly complicated slide, but we will run through this. The first job is to groom students to tell them that what is your personal characteristics and what role you should choose. I will explain this. See, every individual has some career interest, some aptitude, and some personality. Okay, let us take that. My mother used to tell me that why don't you become administrative services person? Why don't you pursue IAS, IPS? But it was not energy within. I always aspired to be mechanical engineer. So I don't know whether I was capable for being IAS or not. I don't know. But I was aspiring for being mechanical engineer and I worked for that. Somebody assessed me properly and guided me. So that is about interest, aptitude, and personality. Then educational institute should have some framework for academic learning and personality development and shaping student holistically. I think this is the major role where institute will have to come forward, college will have to come forward. that apart from our academic learning, how in a structured way we are creating different learning opportunities and to shape the students. And there are two things which we will cover in our next 1 hour, which are common personality characteristics that we should develop, and which are special personality characteristics which we should develop. When I say we means college, we means institute. Now, in the previous sessions or when I was present face to face, a question was asked that, sir, 100% students do not take interest. Majority students do not come to college. Now what to do? See, I'm not telling you something which is extreme, but even in private industry, the industry is driven by 30% people. If there are 30% good people and if you attend those, you can make your business transform. So when I say you will have to go to students, you will have to, if you have 100 students, you will have to reach to 30 students, those who show interest. And I'm telling you, you will make miracles in your institute. Probably you will start with 10%, and I don't think so you can cross 30%. Because in my industry, we attempted for 7 years, but we could not reach to 100% people to assess them, to guide them. No. There is a cascading effect. We handle these 30% people, they create cascading effect. Another 20% get motivated. They create cascading effect. Another 10% people get motivated. But at any point in time, 30 to 40% people are not aligned to you. And I am not making a controversial statement. If there are 10 members in my family, only maximum 6 members will be aligned with each other. Remaining 4 people will talk their way. So that is typically when I assess my family. I look at it. But I tell you, even 3 people unite in family, they can make transformation of the family. And that is my belief. So you will have to really start from 10 and reach to 30%. During academic year, students are expected to A, understand the environment. That means what is market. B is to introspect. Who am I? What is my capability? What can I do? And third is, I think slide is gone, right? Just a minute. I think there is some glitch. Give me a couple of minutes. Is slide visible? Someone can put yes or no, whatever. Is slide visible? Can you see the slide, please? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So understand self-interest, aptitude, and career path. So first is understanding what is there in market. Second is introspect, where I can go in. And then understand from introspection that what is my interest, what is my aptitude, and what is my career path. We will have to train student to tell them what are market opportunities. Second is introspect and what is their capabilities, and with their capabilities where they can go. So these are three things which is very important, and we will try to see how all these activities can be done. What are those personal characteristics? Sorry, common characteristics. What are those special characteristics, and how to groom our students? We will go through a couple of slides. Now, when we say personality development, let us run through what we are expected to do. Along with the educational performance, personality aspects are equally important. It is not only about academics, it is not only about your score, it is not only about how much marks you generate. It is not just only about how well you speak, it is overall personality very important. Then there has to be framework in educational institute to pursue self-interest in a structured way. That I am interested in something, I am interested in sports. There is some mechanism in this institute to pursue the sport. I am interested in some art, and there is some mechanism is available to pursue my art, and so on. And third is to get exposed, to get exposure, and to be part of competition. See, try and understand, your student should see what is competition. So they should be audience at least. Then explore. They should take some part in that competitive environment. And third, they should enter into that competition and see. Why not Taluka place student should go for um, some state level competition? Why they should not take part in quiz competitions which are held in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, prominent locations? If we take our region, that why not Ambejogai students should go and take part in competition at Delhi? Why Devas student from Madhya Pradesh should not go to Chennai and take part in competition? And why Salem students should not come to Mumbai and take part in competition? Should be. That is what is to expose, to explore, and to be part of competition. Now, I am not really talking this about art student, but other than that, what I am saying is very much applicable. First, you should tell your student that they should move from level to level. And in my opinion, there are 5 levels we should tell to our student, that when there is some competition in college, you take part, it is within college. Then there is an intercollegiate within your university circle, you should take part. Then there can be state competition, there can be national competition, and there can be international competition. Nowadays, internet is open. There are international competitions available and you can take part into it. Not necessarily you will have to go everywhere physically. So what are those that you can do? If you want to develop technology, management, competitiveness, then following things should be done. You can take competitive part into product development competition, hackathon and coding, business plan and case study preparation. And there are certain competitive exams taken to conducted to get the scholarship. You should push your student for such scholarship. They will understand what is the competition and where we stand. So you will have to push your students to take part in such scholarship. If they are performers, they will get scholarship. If not, they will understand what is competition in the market. But by working on product development, by working on hackathon, by taking part in business plan competition, commerce student can do it, science student can do it, art student can do it, MBA can very much do it, engineering people can do it, pharmacist can do it, and take part in So this is the way where you should motivate. You should tell at least people are taking part in college competition. Now my 10 students have gone up to university level. My student have reached to state level. After 3 years, 5 students will reach to national level. Something like that, which you will have to think of. Then communication and competitive exposure. There are quiz competitions, there are cultural events, there are festivals, there are debate, elocution, paper presentation, there are drama, stand-up comedies, dance competitions, essay writing, paper writing, article publishing, individual sports and team sports. Put up these people, they will understand communication, they will understand competition, and student gets developed. See, try and understand nature of work is changing so rapidly. Competition is coming so fierce. Overall people skills are so important, and that is why, trust me, only marks does not play role. See, in campus interview, marks is used as criteria, not because marks are very important, because there are so many students and I don't want to conduct these many interviews. So I say those who are more than 70% should only attend. Because I don't want to conduct interview of 120 people. That's my problem. And that is why companies say so. But when students enter, they are not only selected on the basis of marks. They are selected on the basis of characteristics which we are discussing now. Then there are different ways of learning, how that can be done. You should, here the levels are slightly different. I will explain that. There are technology courses available in market. They are available online. Believe me, friends, I am undergoing 6-month course on AI. Even at business ownership level, I know I must be with the time, and that is why I took admission to that course. It will be for 6 months because I will not use any tool. I am not supposed to use it. But then when I want to push my organization towards that, then yes, it is my job that I should spend what? Something like 100 hours in next 6 months in learning AI tools myself. So technology courses, management courses, language courses. So some 6 years ago, I went for project management course because I wanted to understand that. Some 11 years ago, I went for business excellence course. Why? Why? At ownership level, why? Because if I want to drive the organization, I should know what it is. And then only I can drive the organization. Then go to industrial exhibitions. Go for workshops, seminar, conferences. Go for adventure camps, go for expeditions. So my business partner said that I am not going for any course, but there is a very good team of people which is going for Everest base camp. I will go along with them for Everest base camp. That 6 days will be good learning for me. So he went for Everest base camp. So that's an adventurous camp. So, but there is a learning. See, friends, I am giving example that those who are running 1,500 people company are thinking like this. Why students should not think like that? There are Coursera courses. There are so many other courses which they can go and they should go. The levels are based on how many hours you are spending in 1 year. If you are spending 10 hours, then you are level 1. If you are spending 30 hours, then you are level 3. If you are spending more than 51 hours, and this is apart from your curriculum, then you are seen differently. We need to take those efforts, and as institute, as college, we need to push our student towards this. Try and remember that. This is what I mean by creating formal infrastructure in your organization. Sorry, framework in your organization. You should know who, if there is someone from, say, many are from Maharashtra. There are institution in uh, in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, in Pune, and in Mumbai. They get people in Kolhapur. They get people prepared for Everest base camp expedition. You should know. You should go. You should know what is hardship. You should know what is tough time. You should know how decisions are taken. You should know what are those adverse environment where you take decision of coming back. You should know there is some yak which died there and people left it just like that without attending. So you should know the brutal realities of the world. So that is how these expeditions and adventure camps should be carried out. Students should go, they will learn. Industrial exhibition, how many of us we go? Yeah, as a professor, how many of us go? There is industrial exhibition in your city. If we go there for exhibition which is entertainment, which is Diwali Mela, which is some fun, but if there is industrial exhibition, do we really go? We should, because see, at end of the day, government job cannot be more than 20% job offering in this country. Remaining 80% either will have to have self-employed or they will have to work under some private activity. So we should know how it is working. Your visualization should be like that, and then only you can guide your students. Then there are certain position of responsibilities. Many times we say, "यार, बच्चे election लड़ रहे हैं, they are fighting, contesting elections, so they will be politician." No, no, no. That is just one career. But it's a leadership skill. You are managing your opposition, you are managing mindset of people, you are managing opposition, and then you are coming. There are a couple of bad elements about it, but those who are office bearers, maybe for institution, maybe for club, maybe for hostel, maybe for student council, maybe for events. You are organizing some festival in college, and then there are office bearers to it. Or there is a concept of mentor and sorry member and sorry mentee and mentor into your college. The senior student play a role of mentor and juniors are mentee, something like that. So you will have to really work on that. Here levels are not too many. Are you a member or are you a leader? Are you office bearer or you are just member? These are two levels, but even this is one area where your personality gets developed, where you understand. So key question is college, is institute, is creating such mechanisms for our students to learn something from such activities? Are students pushed for such work? Are we groom them? Do we groom them? Do we train them? Do we give certain facilities to them? Do we ensure that 10, 15, 20, 30% student will take part in one activity or other? Forget about participation in gathering. These are year across processes. And that is how it should be done. And these are the things I will just run through. Technology management activities, communication and competitive activities, other learning and exposures, and position of responsibility to learn leadership are the kind of activities where institute will have to take efforts and give exposure to their students. And of course, short-term internship and short-term paid part-time job. We will have to promote our students for both. You will ask question that who will give internship? The problem is student want money for internship and that is why they are not getting it. Students do not want experience. They want money. But if you want internship and if you go to traders association of your city and if you tell them that we have 15 good students, those who are willing, are you going to give them exposure in your shop? There is some optician shop. I tell you, good exposure can be taken. Trust me, there are a couple of specs which are at 20,000 rupees. It is not easy to sell a spec for 25,000 rupees. When AC is available for 25,000 rupees, entry level AC is available for 27,000 rupees. And if you are selling specs, हम आईना बेच रहे हैं 25,000 का, तो that needs skill. So someone standing in that shop will learn. The problem is Student will not get paid, so he doesn't want to go, she doesn't want to go. And we do not feel that it is subject of dignity. There is some optician's shop, the person drives BMW just by selling specs. And we feel it is below dignity is our problem. And that is why things are not happening. I know many of your family members must have, your students must have gone to USA for education. Definitely, if not in family, your friend's family, your neighbor's family member, student must have gone for USA. Will you please ask them what kind of job students do when they go there? In America, in USA, if my son works in canteen, I don't have any problem. But if he works in canteen in his college in India, I have a problem. Okay, so we will not get practical exposure. We will have to keep waiting. We will have to keep waiting. Have you really tried and went to supermarket telling that four of us want, our student wants to be a salesmen in their life? Do you give exposure to them in your mall? They don't want any money. Do you feel that the supermarket fellow will say no? Just check. And we don't want to give internship to all 100 students. There are 30 interested students and select 15 out of them, 10 out of them, 5 out of them, 3 out of them, and give them exposure. You will find your institute will change. Social aspect grooming. Do we organize blood donation camps? Do we organize tree plantation? Do we have water harvesting initiative of our students? Do our students go for slum education? When there are calamities, when there are flood, do we tell collector of our region that our 10 students are available for rescue operation, you can take them? This is how you develop your students. And I'm not telling anything from air. I don't remember name of the institute, I think PSG, Coimbatore. I went there for interview. While conducting interview, the first student came, submitted 3 files in front of me, telling that this is my academic project, this is rolling project, and this is my social project. For your information, rolling project means every year they complete some project, previous batch student, and they hand over same project to next batch to take it to next level. They call it as rolling project. And third is social work. Second student came, again 3 files, my personal project, my rolling project, and my social project. The third student came, this is my academic project, this is my rolling project, and this is my social project. I stopped interview. I called training and placement officer. I told him that there are 3 students I have interviewed so far, and all of them are doing social work. How it is possible? He said, why it is not possible? You interview all 26 students and everyone has done social project because it is compulsory. And friends, I am talking about 2002. We are in 2025. I am talking you about the story which is 23 years old. Then I called the HR person telling that how many seats we want from this institute. The HR person said there are no quota limitations. We select institutes based on their ranking. Now we need 11 positions. If you get all 11 good students from same institute, you take and come back. We will take next organization that somebody has better ranking than you and we have filled up all 11. But if you take 5, for remaining 6, go to next college. So that is how people are doing, and what projects I have listed out was part of PHG's project. They do all these things. I'm sure they are regimenting, and that is why they are unique institute and competing with NITs. But at least 5% student of our institute can undergo this, and we will have to capitalize that. Now, to move forward, my request to you is professors should undergo various interactions. You should undergo various workshops. You should visit various exhibitions. And then only you will be in a position to guide your students. Be it commerce college, be it arts college. But if couple of your professors visit IMTEX kind of exhibition or automotive exhibition, which is at Delhi Exhibition Center, you should know how people are presenting their work, where is the status of this country, how new technology is coming. You should go sit into the seminars which are being conducted during those exhibitions. You should connect with your industry association when they are conducting some workshop. As educational institute, you should tell, please take us into our mailing list. We want to attend various seminars that you are conducting. Though the subject are not relevant to you, you will understand what is the language, what is the priority, and what is the focus which is being given by private sector, by corporate, by small medium enterprises. You will understand that, and then you will be in a position to guide your students. So more than student, my request to professors, teachers is to ensure that you conduct panel discussions in your organization. Who stops you from doing that? You organize workshops. What will happen? You will request 10 organizations, only 2 will come to you. There is some organization you can Google, that Ved is the organization in Maharashtra, and they present small success stories. You can Google, there is one organization called BYST, they groom micro entrepreneurs. Invite them in your town, in your college, to present how they have developed small businesses. And that will be inspiration for you to your students, and that is how you can guide. Otherwise, see, the government policy is nothing beyond a framework. If you see that something will come from same mechanism, then it will take 20 years to implement NEP in India. But if you pick up freedom from that and apply in your institute, you can move faster. And it's an age of competition. That's why I told you that at bottom level, the jobs which are of repetitive nature will be done by AI. Whatever data entry operators were required, they are not required. Some person will organize Excel file, and the person will load Excel file, and AI program will take care of everything. Otherwise, 4 people were required to make that data entry. Now, one person will compile the data in Excel and just feed it. So 4-person job is reduced to 1. So that challenge is going to come into the market. That disruption is already there. Particularly the activities which are brain driven, the AI will bring disruption. The physical activity will continue. In manufacturing, disruption will not be too much. In healthcare, for analytics, disruption will be too much, but in routine, it will not be. So wherever physical efforts are involved, people are saved. But wherever mental efforts were involved, at least 50% efficiency will go up. 2% job will be done by 1 person, to the extent 5% job will be done by 1 person. So that disruption is going to be there. And for that purpose, you will have to groom yourself, make yourself aligned to what it is going, and then move forward accordingly. My best wishes to you. So these are the areas, but before closing, let me just quickly run through so that you will understand what you are supposed to do in your institute. Technology and management learning for your student. Push them for product development competition, hackathon, business plan, case study competition. Ask them to take part in scholarship entrance exam. Communication and competitive spirit, quiz, cultural events, festival, debate, paper presentation, drama, dance, essay, paper writing, article publishing, sports. Ask them to undergo technology courses, management courses, language courses, do visit industrial exhibition, attend workshops, seminar, conferences, do go for adventure camps and exhibitions. Yeah, do contest election, be part of club, be part of student council, lead events, organize events, take short-term internship, take short-term part-time job, absolutely no problem. Other day, I was in uh, carrot line shop here in my city, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. A girl was the salesperson. She was doing MBA and was doing job. I am telling you, she was different salesperson than a conventional salesperson who left his education in after third year or second year. She was different. I could see flair of management student in her. So no harm in doing that kind of work. Be part of blood donation, tree plantation, water harvesting, slum education, and support administration in rescue operations. And final request to you as lecturers, professors, teachers, if you do not attend interactions, if you do not attend workshop, if you do not attend exhibitions, it will be very difficult for you to groom your students. If you know how sun rises, if you have seen it, then only you can tell your student how sun rises. If you know how fingertips are burned, then only you can tell students how fingertips are burned. For that purpose, you will have to make all those attempts which you want to tell to your student to do. If not, our conviction does not reaches to our people. And that is the sole reason that if I want to implement AI in company, I should be the first person to learn AI at my own. I close my presentation telling that in my previous job, I managed collaboration with Japanese company, technical collaboration. I was working with Bajaj Auto and was responsible for Kawasaki collaboration. Trust me that if you go for anything more than 3 days in Kawasaki plant, your first job is to work minimum 45 minutes on any of the shop floor or assembly line as a worker. And then only your subsequent meetings are carried out. It is you to choose the job where you want to work. Their managing director decides that which area he does not know or she does not know and undergoes that training. Other day, managing director Kawasaki was undergoing welding course because he says, I don't know much about welding, so I want to learn welding today. So once in a month, that person undergoes the core training, shop floor training. That is how that country could reach to a given quality level. We are growing, no two about it, but ask question to yourself, are we going qualitatively? Is quality of service in India increasing or is just market increasing? So if we do not deploy quality in our teaching learning process, not at that stage, where you expect them to learn. And that's the role we will have to do in skill development. Thank you very much for giving opportunity. I am open for question answer. Yeah. So those who have questions, either you can type or ask, anything is okay. Or whatever we have covered, you want some more explanation about what I have covered. So please go ahead and you can ask. Give me a minute. I'll just bring glass of water for drinking. Just give me a second. I am back on my seat, please. Thank you very much for acknowledgement, but more than thanks, I will prefer questions. That is of more interest. No doubt, your appreciation is valuable. However, questions are equally important, so that the it's a proof that subject has reached. Right. So, if there are no questions, okay. How to proceed for internship for our students? See, one thing, let me admit, industry or businesses are not very keen to give internship to students. There are two reasons. First, in general, students are not very serious when they are on 1 or 2 months internship. Number one, they do not follow desired discipline, is the first problem. Second, nowadays, even if it is 2 months job, internship work, student feel that they should be paid. So industry says that anyway there is an experimentation. This student is not going to be with me. Why I should take effort? So what I suggest and what we did with, of course, IIM Nagpur. We did it with IIM Nagpur. IIM Nagpur said that they want internship for their student in small and medium organizations. So we told that we know your students are not interested in small and medium companies because their job profile is different. They are not going to work in our companies. But they said, no, 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 we want to give them exposure. Then we said, we are 25 companies. We will list out what is our problem statement we will give. We will give project that which we want to give, and ask your student if they are interested, they should come and work with us. So the institute which is interested should go to industry, tell them, sir, give us 4 5 project, we will select 1 or 2 and we will send our 2 3 student, and one professor will guide them. And if you make such projects successful, then at least 10, 15 companies will tell that we want 3 students, we want 2 students, we want 5 students, and we want to give projects to you. Even arts, commerce, science project student can get the project. But for first 1 or 2 years, you will have to start with this. Some professor should go to industry and tell, sir, give your project. We will do that. And do it along with your student. They will give you internship. What internship can be assigned to art students? Okay. See, normally students from arts, let us talk about industry. They can go to administrative function. They can manage transport services. They can manage security services. They can manage the scrap disposal. They can manage HR activities. They can work on family engagement of the employee's family. So these are kinds of work which art student can do. Few smart art student can go for data entry, they can go for data collection, they can go for field survey. You can imagine there is beauty product company in Aurangabad, in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Now, if 5 girls from art college, those who want to develop themselves into the sales field, if they say and they tell that we will conduct survey for you for beauty products, which company will say no? And do you feel that 5 girls from art will not be in a position to perform survey on beauty products? They can. So that kind of internships we will have to look at. Language will not be the problem. See, in Madhya Pradesh, companies talk in Hindi. In Bengal, companies talk in Bengali. In Maharashtra, it is Marathi. So just don't worry. Uh, Maybe, yeah, report typing, reading some internal material will be a problem if students are not good in English. But communication wise, interaction wise, there will not be problem. Don't worry. The language of industry is topic and not the language. Subject is important, not the language. But my request to you is those which are developed places like Pune, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Chennai, Coimbatore, Gurgaon, or rather Delhi. Please look at what kind of competitions are going there and see that if not anything, your student go and witness those competitions, what happens there. So they will get a feel what is the level of competitions into the market. Particularly if I don't know, is there anybody from engineering or not? There is a craze in engineering students to go and attend Tech Fest of IITs because it goes at different level. So I don't know. Maybe you can think of something like that. Right. So if there are no questions, my request to whosoever is course coordinator can make formal announcement of closure so that we can conclude. Or, or if I am authorized to say the program is over, which is also okay, not a problem for me. Okay, okay. Ved, VED. Sir, तुम्ही जे I'll, I'll type Ved, Ved. I mean, I will type. VEDH, Ved. So just check website. Nice people. Talk to BYST, talk to Ved. And why I'm saying that, if it is in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, larger locations, these people will come, but they will also come in smaller locations. And I will prefer if taluka level colleges invite them. If the taluka level colleges people invite them, they will give you success story of all small entrepreneurs and how they have transformed things. Right. Thank you very much. Okay, I will type my email, not a problem. You can connect with me, not an issue. Feel free to write with whatever my personal capacity. Either I will find solution for your question or will connect you to right person. But this is really high time for India to change the gear and change the quality of students that we are putting into market, for sure. Yes. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you very much for patience listening and interaction on chat. Thank you. I will take your leave. Thank you.